14 minutes 29 from the end. Let's see if we can get through. I'm not gonna zoom in on those smoke units anymore. And we see if we can get through like that. Yeah. Tornado seed coming around here. Seed plane moving around. Osas coming in here. Tornado seed getting pushed back. Armored rifles and warrior pleaks sitting around in the south. Challenger Mark IIs sitting in the center there. They should be moved. I don't get why they are not moved and used more aggressively. A bit more recon, as I said, would be really helpful here, as we currently have 0 recon outside of Gazelle helicopters on the battlefield for bottom feeder, and that is never a good situation in a Warno game. And yeah, his +2 take gets stopped now in the north. His Challenger Mark III likely going to be able to push in there, but he doesn't have another CV up there. And he needs a better tick than this soon, as the +2 soon won't be good enough anymore. And yeah, he only has the Gazelle recon. Is he out of recon already? That would be a bad news here right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any other reason to do that. Just we see there's an SAS patrol there. We have seen scouts low 80, but I think those might have actually gone through, as well as the Spartans. And the scimitars were, of course, thrown out right there in the opener. Now, largely the engagements here, any engagements that we, with our full vision of the map, know, the challengers could probably organize and beat every part of this front line here, especially if Suojeluskunta has revealed their forces as they're right now doing with the rest of the Meridas down south. But Suojeluskunta's heavy investment up north has left the actual main center attack very weak here. Only defenses are like natural. The fact that pushing with east with the challengers would be going into a concave, would be giving chances for side shots and going into enemy territory. That's why I think the challengers should be moving down south to the level of the Javelin LML and then try to just impose fire control over the area that the red team moves into Foxtrot with. Now the Mi-24D finally taken out by Jaguar here after it damaged the Challenger Mark III on reinforcements. So yeah. Suojeluskunta still ticking up here, and Suojeluskunta managing to trade very well, even if they're not going to permanently take it. They are draining a lot of enemy resources by fighting up north.
Yeah, and the warriors and challengers finally start moving south, but they should have been here from the first place, as you said. Like, the 4 challengers standing still for 3 minutes straight there, that's just a capital offense as a armored player. Like, your heavy tank blob should never be standing still once repaired. They should immediately move out again, immediately create value for you by killing off enemy units without being able to kill them off easily, especially against a division that lacks high penetration power. Like, the Challenger is the key unit here. Instead, other units did take the fights, like the Warrior Pleaks, like the Assault Pioneers, and those can be killed easily by the Meridas. So, yeah, the Challengers being out of position there, massive mistake. They finally start moving again, starting to roam around, but they take a good while to get the damage. And Challengers not the best tanks to deal with other units outside of armored opponents, as their HE output is relatively limited due to their low rate of fire and the lack of 50 cults. So having them fired infantry, not that efficient. Not terrible, obviously, because they still deal damage without getting damaged, but yeah, not perfect here. Challengers now potentially getting side-shotted there, as the Gazelle only recon unit here around, not spotting them so well for them. Challenger actually getting super heavily side-shotted. The movement here, not perfect either. I'm not sure what bottom feeder is doing. That micro is pretty subpar right now. Really surprising, because usually bottom feeder one of the better micro players in this game for sure. But that was not the move there. Still wins out because Challenger power, as we were talking about, just really hard to stop. But the +1 here makes me really worried. The lead that Suojeluskunta was able to gain by now is a pretty sizable one for Black Forest, and we have less than 10 minutes to go. The Challenger Mark III in the rear zone still standing thin. Still more warriors coming up. And the Challengers on the front line still fighting decently well here. Getting stressed out pretty heavily now. and running out of supply, but killing off more Meridas. The Meridas not doing much damage frontally, and the Challengers still able to deal damage back here. T55As getting killed off. Challengers getting involved. Merida number 4, I think, is falling here now. T55As being stopped. Armored Rifles pushing towards the smoke, but yeah, the northern zone, quite the killing field as well. Challenger Mark III not able to get through, and the TMAS Merida stops the last infantry unit there. So dealing with the infantry is going to be critical as well. No recon units. Finally, some SAS patrol coming around. Where were those the last couple of minutes? Like, really, the buy order here of Bottom Feeder is a weird one, and really uncharacteristically a slow play from him, and especially on Black Forest. That always is a critical offense, because getting points on this map in the late game is so hard.
Yeah, realistically, points-wise to win, Bottom Feeder right now would have to take Foxtrot fully, and then take the northern sawmill fully, and then also contest the middle. That's a lot of stuff. That's a wide front line, and that's a front line that has been allowed to be built because of the passivity of the tank block. Like, there were a lot of good engagements, a lot of points were taken, like a lot of kills were taken by the static nature of the mech block there. But there, like, the fact that the southern front line was open for such a long time, and that the challengers just would not take those engagements where Appliques were trading down against Meridas. This passivity here is going to maybe be bottom feeder fate, because actually leveraging the positions that they had in the mid game has not happened. And Suojeluskunta has managed to build a very respectable 800 on 740 point lead just by basically doing the old-fashioned corner camp with smoke and infantry leaders. And with the Polish units, you can actually do that without, and you can keep trading down relatively well without it completely hampering. And we can see that even after multiple counterattacks up north, there are still Piekotas mech, there are still now the coffin launcher tanks actually going out there. I believe the rest of the tanks are probably gone already, but counterattacks are still happening. When the British engage with their full force against the Polish, they win in here. When the SAS patrol, the recon, the challengers, the fleets, supported by their airplanes, they win. And the passivity here has made them maybe a little bit too careful about wanting to build the mighty endgame block. And the proactive, like now we can see that the units start moving, and suddenly the Polish are crumpling like wet toilet paper.
Yeah, +2 is really happening, and they need more points like this. The Polish are crumbling completely. The formation basically just needs to A-click through the middle right now. It can immediately actually go for Delta if they want to. And we have counter battery hitting the artillery in the rear here that tried to set up the smoke. The Abbots there, not as strong artillery as counter battery, but keeps the enemy moving. And yeah, the Warrior and Challengers in the north can even deal with the infantry just running straight over the open field quite easily, thanks to the good autocannon performance, and that will get us the +4 that we needed. So in the end, Bottom Feeder still likely gonna get the win here, but made it way closer than necessary, as this game didn't go Suojeluskunta's way from the get-go, and really kind of shows why the mech from divisions currently are the ones that are considered high level, whilst more infantry-focused ones like 4th ZMech. 4th ZMech, one of the better infantry divisions, as it still has a decent mech department, and it has those early games, but you need to leverage that early game more than Suojeluskunta was able to do here. A +1 contest of Alpha is not really the way to go for the long run, and now we are having the +4 here, and that will give us Bottom Feeder 160 points per minute. That should be good enough at least to get a draw here. I think it should be enough to get the win. 600 points difference. So yeah, if he can keep that up for the last 5 minutes, and he maybe should be able to get even deeper than that and go all the way to Delta. There's only one CV on the other side left. The whole northern push has been killed off on the sawmill, and there's not much that can kill challengers here at this stage. Fagot 80 gems, as we said earlier, only deal 1 damage per hit, so the warriors and challengers should be able to run this over and just get through into Delta, make it a +8, and make any questions about if the tick is enough or not completely irrelevant.
Yeah, now the Fagots are getting a kill, getting a challenger here, and some kind of front line is maybe emerging here. With 4 minutes left, I believe this is going to be what 4 times 4 is 160. What's 160? 6. Yeah, this is going to be a victory. This rate very easily for Feeder, I think. Doing some very quick calculations in my head, but even then, I doubt there is going to be an overextension powerful enough to allow for Soiloskunta to actually get back in the game. But there are still a Merida leader. Merida leader could technically go in there in the middle, and
yeah, I think that
maybe...
should just rally to Foxtrot. Like, that's his best hope. Just try to run through Foxtrot. Maybe just running straight to Echo with it. But he's currently microing itself. I think that could be the way of making it at least a draw, which would be better than nothing. But I don't think he is going to move that way. And command can come in now from the other side. Challengers still trading here, but yeah, warriors and co being around. Challenger leader and Mark III in the rear still around. The command will be spotted, and the T-55's likely gonna be able to snipe at least that one, unless the smoke micro there is instant on the side of bottom feeder. But he, as you said, only needs the +4 right now. Doesn't even really need a +6 or +8, but he might get that nonetheless, as he's about to get in. Nope. Well, he gets a +6 for 1 second or 2 second tick there. So yeah, 4 points extra, 5 points extra, or not. The Merida needs to move. Okay, no, it gets to full capture. What the hell? This is slightly buggy. I think the Merida needs to move to make the zone recognize what's actually going. That there's actually a CV in there. This +6 is somewhat unnatural. I haven't seen this bug happening since forever, but it doesn't matter. Would have been enough anyway. And there we go. Bottom feeder takes the 2-0 victory over Soiloskunta, making it a bit longer and closer than necessary, but gets the W anyway.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. This has been a long day and a long cast, and energies and speaking capacity are kind of diminishing here. But I think you gave away your analysis about the armored divisions being superior here. The lacking autocannons as the Polish is a huge deal here. It means that the level of mechanized attack that's going to happen is always going to have T-55s. The BMP1s, the BWP1s just are not efficient at it. They're very good at defense and long ranges, but not in assaults. Having only the limited amount of T-55s means that if the enemy invests into T-55 killing weaponry, T-55s of course don't have smoke, so ATGMs work very very well against them. You're kind of locked into your fire support being easily hard counterable by the enemy, and then also your infantry gets hard countered by that same unit, the warrior applique with its autocannons. As soon as the recon started coming back there, as soon as the mech started, the mech gameplay, armored gameplay stopped being passive and started actually acknowledging the situations on the board, the game was almost over. I say the valiant constant infantry attack right out there into the corner from Soiloskunta, they went further than I thought, but I think bottom feeder's understanding was that every point that I'm gaining, that I'm losing here, I am reliably removing the key units that they need to fight against my mech. All of the BRDM Conquerors, all of the airplanes, all of the Meridas, slowly they were whittled down until there was nothing left but like Honkarus and maybe a couple of Fagot missiles.
Yeah, a job well done here by bottom feeder. Really approaching the games from the right angle to deal with Soiloskunta. No panic, slowly but surely moving forward. As I said, a bit too slow for my liking in the last game, but it was still fine. He still had a 1.5 KD and got there in the end. Still had 2 minutes left to play around with. So yeah, It was close, but not super close, and he did the job and got the points. Cyril's will most likely get a better meta with the next patch. Let's see how that goes, and maybe he has to adjust his gameplay a slight bit nonetheless to deal with those mechanized divisions. Yeah, gonna be looking forward to the next game of these two. We're gonna end the cast here for today. We not gonna end the stream though, as my opponent of the Heresy No tournament, the Warhammer 30k mod, just messaged me that we weren't gonna have our game soon. So we're gonna continue with that soon, and yeah, hopefully the fixes all coming around next week, and that hopefully allows me to make a good video about all the fixes. I'm really excited for all the changes coming to Warno, and yeah, hope all the bugs get fixed, all especially the crashes, obviously. And yeah, really looking forward to all the balance changes that Eugen already announced a lot about, like IV changes and so on. So yeah, gonna see how that all goes and what the new meta will bring. I'm pretty certain it will shift a decent bit, and we will have a lot more interesting stuff to come. Really looking forward to the new maps as well. So yeah, we're gonna end it here for today with the streams, with the casts. As I said, gonna be back in 10-15 minutes with the Heresy No. So if you want to see some modded tournament action, don't run. Yeah, stay around here. And yeah, I just gotta drink something, soothe my voice, and then be back with Heresy No.
I will not be joining in. I'm fucking dying here. Okay.
So yeah, say goodbye to Chloride guys, and see you all in the next in 10-15 minutes with Heresy No.
See you. Bye bye.
Mm. Heyo everybody, and welcome back to the Heresy No action. As we played our first game last night, and yeah, we won the first game. Though there was an issue with the mod yesterday that hopefully is fixed now, where we couldn't play Red vs Blue because it crashed whenever somebody played here with the World Eaters. So that was a problem. Today we should be able to play World Eaters, so the crash shouldn't be fixed. We're gonna test it. I will be Blue Faction though, as my opponent was the one who was able to pick here. So we're gonna play Blue Faction. I'm gonna be able to pick the map though. So let's have a look at what to play here. Map options are Vertigo, Two Lakes Duel, Kryder Duel, Black Forest. I'm gonna play Kryder. And yeah, we're gonna play the blue side again. Gonna use our field supply point this time around, or do we just run Avos supply? I guess we could just run Avos supply. Yeah, let's just run Avos supplies instead. Because FSP is always hard to afford. We have a multi-laser Pegasus that we could use. Solar Auxiliary Pioneers, those are not all that great. Solar Auxiliary Patrol with a sniper rifle and crack missile. That sounds more interesting. This is dirt cheap though. But yeah, this is a cheap little guy as well. Oh, Aurochs Flamethrower. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like an interesting unit that I would like to test. Manticore AA. Decently long-range AA weapon. The Whirlwind isn't as long-range. So, let's change that out as well. Flak missile, flak autocannon, that's all fine too. I'm kinda happy with this part. I wasn't all that happy with the tank part. We're gonna use the laser destroyer here. And I might take out the flamethrower guy as well. And actually put in another as a priority lightning. So that we can use our vultures a bit more. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. Okay, enemy did host already here, Wi-Fi. So let's get into the action. Yes, that should be a lot of fun. Yeah, the jets are a bit crazy. We gonna try to keep it back a bit, not just air rush our opponent this time around. See how this goes. And yeah, just gonna start like this here. Okay, Rider, here we go. Hopefully no crashes this time around. Okay. We want to win the fight over here. So that the melter bombs, yeah, the Seeker Folk, the Solar Troll rushing in sounds pretty decent. Bit more CQC fights than on Vertigo. This one coming around from the get-go could be interesting as well. Pushing into the middle. Manticore AA behind this. The heavy weapon missile squad as AA. Lace cannons. Those did amazing jobs yesterday. Did they get changed at all? No. Okay. It was only a bug fix, I think. No balance change in the patch yesterday. But that's cool enough already that Kenobi was able to put that in that quickly. You have to be careful. Enemy has quick units as well. So maybe gonna be a bit careful with the speed we move and advance here on the left side. I wanted to move the CV Arvas out. That is not all that helpful right now. CV Rhino. No, actually, can we get another unit for that price? Yeah, we could get a Recon Flamer with sniper rifle. And that is a lot more valuable. Moving in there. Very good optics, very good optics. Okay. And then we move the Predator up to the front line. These guys hopefully win us the forest fight over here. Okay. Holding Charlie. Let's see. Unit prices are pretty high in this mod, so you don't have that many units to play around with, but I'm pretty fine with that. I feel like deadliness could go down slightly. Like a couple of things deal. Like in general, the TTK is pretty long and allows for maneuvering and so on, which is good. Though, yeah, the lace cannons maybe could go down a bit. Obviously, heavy hitting stuff that is super expensive should be also heavy hit. And things should die as well. It's not like it should be completely immortal, but yeah. Let's see. This is one of those fast things. Yeah, the speeder AT. It's dangerous. Anti-killer, anti-tank missiles. That thing sounds kind of nuts. Gotta be careful around that. Actually, let's move you guys in there. I was doing a good job. Oh. If you can kill it, that's fine. If not, we at least want to have the infantry out of there. Ow. Okay. Want the AA around. Heavy Seeker Squad. Seems to be a bit stronger than what we got here. Okay. We've got the control over this. Multi-laser. Warning. Siphon interceptor. Let's see. That was what crashed us yesterday. Okay, it doesn't seem to crash us this time around. It's faster than us. That's annoying. Oh, but it's going into the dogfight. Okay, easy kill. Good trade. Have the +1. The Aurochs flamethrower. He'll decide here. Seeker Folk. That's what we kind of want here. I think one of these. No, we need more recon here first. We want more vision around the battlefield. And then a laser cannon here for later. One of the missile squadrons. They are pretty strong against helicopters and everything. Oh. Getting involved here. Hellfire missiles. Doing their job. Having both light AP and good HE. Rate of fire here feels like it is in a good place as well. Ah, sweet! Sweet. Nope. Oh, that's a Rhino. Ah, we lose. Okay. Okay, want to use these guys. They come in a Spartan. Oh, we lost the bolt. The Rhino there. Half a supply can come around. There are a lot of different traits, like Space Marines having 2 hit points per hit point. Like, it explains a lot of the things. There's granting veterancy around it to other units, to your normal red shirts, basically, and stuff like that. So if you want to have one Space Marine unit compared next to something like this Solar Patrol and so on. Okay, let's reload you. Oh. Okay, the laser cannon for sure is good. Strike tank. This guy being stuck here is annoying. Let's get a Rhino board in there. Nice, good job. Let's go on, my boys. Obviously, perfect would be if we would have special versions of maps as well for this mod. If we would have some real Warhammer 40k-esque mods, but for that we first need modability of assets. I'm not quite sure if that's in now or if it's planned for now. This thing has good rear and side armor as well, so takes more damage from the side, but it's not completely as deadly as in Warno, where every side shot just means instant doom. Which I kind of like for this setting. Oh, but we got a Rhino there. Okay. Got smacked over here. Oh my goodness. Punish actually. Okay. Hits us pretty hard. Okay, both sides smoking off here. Get a resupply in there. Get a hunter killer out. New seeker squad necessary. Spartan. Move up. Stalker. Move up. Okay, Punisher got moved back. Ow. Saber strike tank is something that the Spartan should easily be able to deal with. Yeah. That did a lot of damage to us. Oh no. Yeah, the heavy missile squadrons are pretty brutal. Each cannon can move up. Oh, stalkers. Oh, Pegasus is already doing a good job there. Damn! That's a problem. Okay, nope, it's not. Yeah, the lace cannons could use, I believe, a slight bit of rebalance. Like, either they need to get a good bit more expensive, or they need to be nerfed a decent bit. I wanted to repair you guys. Ow. Because currently they're cheaper than normal Space Marine squads. Let's know the Space Marine squads are weaker. Like, yeah, they have more hit points, a good bit, but these guys can trade up so well, whilst no Space Marines can't do that. Oh. Plasma squad. Okay. No idea what that does, but I think we have it decently under control. Predator doing a decent enough job. Melta bomb. Oh no, Hunter Seeker. Ah. Ow. Ow. Ah, that did hurt. Oh, what the hell happened here? Oh no. Oh no. You guys. We need you. They run faster than my rhinos can move. Okay. Cut them stunned down. Absolution sniper rifle doing its job there. Stunning them down. Good suppression. Okay. Did it in the end. Did cost us a bit more than hoped though. You guys can move forward over here. Have a +3. Good flank though. Didn't expect him to just run up there. Let's see, we maybe can get an autocannon down there. Ooh, small marine squads. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like a Space Marine squad is more expensive and can just be stopped by a Pegasus here. That I think is the Manticores. No, the missile squadron's got us. Push on them with my bolters. predators needed. Okay, we got some damage onto this guy. Punisher beaten. Space Marines did take the punishment. Can move on further. Let's keep on moving. Good hits. Good damage. Let's keep on moving. Oh, spotted the enemy movement over here. Didn't we get a awareness in here? Okay, let's get another one of these guys up. Oh, good hits. No, no, the rhinos are bullying us. Don't have anything against the rhinos there. Oh, let's see how this goes though. Now we need to get into 50-meter range. No! Come on, come on, come on. Oh, this is... And here we go. Glorious. No. No! Okay, yeah, those guys need to be stronger or cheaper or something, or be faster even. Like they're supposed to be... I think it says they're supposed to be faster than others. Like, than they actually should be. Because currently they are all 45. They would run with 60 kmh. I feel like they could be doing what they need to do. And a bit more stress resistance, but... Yeah, we're getting pushed over here now. That's annoying. Let me snap these guys. Okay, we got one. Job well done. You do your job back there. Oh no. Oh no, that was not the right unit there. I want to smoke out these guys. Now having predators here is not quite what I hoped for, actually. I think that's a rhino. Yeah. Those are the rhinos that we kill off. Seeker. Okay. Vindicator. Oh. Yeah, the rate of fire on the missile squad seems slightly too high as well. Instead of 15, it maybe should be 10 rounds per minute. Oh lol. Vindicator is doing their job here. Oh, we need more recon. Oh, no. Fire Raptor. Oh no, we have a missile squadron here as well. Ow! That did hurt. Oh no. Okay, our flamer boys do their job. Flamer do their job. Need another supply unit. Come on. Good hits. Good hits. Good hits. Good kill. Wait, there's seed? No! I didn't know seed existed! Ah, I didn't know seed existed in this. Okay. Lesson learned. Okay, we just get smacked there. Whirlwind gets the better of us as well, but the Vindicators are still around. Let's bring a new unit around. You can advance, kill that thing over there. Vanquish the Kernan. Oh, okay. Enemy smokes off immediately. Good reaction there. This thing has every... This thing seems pretty strong as well. Has a laser cannon. Okay, but we get it. Did get God. The enemy in fact did get God. Okay, large squad. Indicator. Start moving. Still have a +1 going on for us. On the killer range. 3,500 meters. Oh, those rhinos caught out in a bad spot. Hunter killer coming around again. Hmm. Wait, what? Okay. Ah, we pushed deep. And my game crashed. No! uh, last second game crash. Yeah. Let's give it. Let's give the crash report to. We'll be back in a second, guys. Just have to dump the crash report. Hmm. Okay. So I think we gonna end it here. So yeah, Wi-Fi agreed that my lead was pretty decisive, so we're gonna count it as a win for me. That's nice of them. They crashed as well, so yeah, but I think it was pretty fair to say that they wouldn't have come back from that. So counting as a win here is so we don't have to restart that is, I think, fine. And I'm really looking forward to see where the mod goes. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff in for sure already, like the lace cannon and so on, all the traits that they added, the tanks having big trait and so on as well. The Vindicator actually only has 10 hit points. And the Spartans, for example, though are where are they? Where does the Spartan even come up? Yeah, the Spartan here, 15 hit points, counting as heavy, takes less suppression as well. And then yeah, you got your Solar Auxiliary, your Seekers. They have the Emperor's Angels capabilities as well. Yeah, those are traits for now. I guess more is planned. It's actually using a lot of the base game functions pretty decently though, and yeah, with better side armor and so on, like representing that side armor is effective and stuff. Like, but yeah, not super oppressive. Lasers don't lose power over distance. Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. Actually wondered, does that mean that AP goes down over distance here, and that's the max? Is it like the Steel Division system? Or how does penetration work? That would be interesting if Kinetic here loses over distance. But yeah, that's something I will have to talk. Volkit Charger? Where did you see that? There's a Volkite squad here. What do you mean with Volkite Charger? Violent Shock Range gets 200% suppression regen. So these are way better in CQC, the other faction. Well, these just take less suppression. Oh, that is a Volkite. Searching thermal rays that boil flash. But yeah, it's more. It's currently just as a gun. But yeah, what it represents are Malta weapons. Doesn't lose power over distance either. Not quite sure what that means in in-game terms yet, but obviously something that you can figure out in the long run as well. So yeah, we're gonna see where this all goes. And yeah, as I said, we're gonna end it here for today. It was a long stream with the cast beforehand, but it was good games. So yeah, a lot of fun there. Gonna have way more casts to come, guys. A lot of the good Division 1 and 2 casts. I have to give the other divisions some love as well over the next week. So yeah, with my voice hopefully being fully back tomorrow, as I feel pretty much healthy again. Yeah, we're gonna be back there.